Hey, 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 y'all. This your girl, Nina, from Unbreakable Strong Woman, coming at you today on this Thursday to share a little story time with y'all. I just want to say thank you for all the good energy. I don't like asking people to pray for me because a lot of people don't even know how to pray. But thank you for the good energy and the support that you all always give to me. I have been going through the worst times of my life in the last year and a half. It started in 2021, October the 1st. On top of financially being stressed out, it's just so much on my plate since I left my husband and came back to Grand Rapids thinking if I just get home, I'll be okay. Ever since then, 2019, y'all, it's just been a struggle nonstop for me. I mean, I work my way out of a situation into a better situation, and then I keep getting these obstacles thrown at me. And I know a lot of people keep saying, don't share your business on Facebook, but this is what I do. I talk online. I have over 200 videos online. I do YouTube. I do Instagram. And I like to share my struggles and my story in hopes to help somebody else not to go through what that I've been through. This is why I share. Not only I share because of that, I share because I want people to really know God is real. So every chance I get, when God bless me, I'm going to share it. I'm not one of them people that's so bougie and stuck up and I'm afraid of what somebody going to think of me. Because this is why people don't share and they call it their business. Y'all don't share because you want people to think that you're something you're not. This is why people don't share. But if something good happened to you, you would share it. Just say one of y'all hit the lottery. Y'all will get all over Facebook. Oh, I won this money. I hit at the casino. But if your rent is past due, you ain't gonna share that. You ain't even gonna share that my rent past due and God paid it. Don't say nothing. But see, I'm not like that. I share my good and my bad because I'm real. And I'm about to share this with y'all, but I can't tell all the details because it's not all the way over yet. But I'm gonna tell y'all a little story time, so brace yourself. October the 1st, 2021. I was involved in a situation, okay? My baby girl came to me. She's my oldest. I call all my kids my babies. She was 30 at the time. She was having a problem with a young lady, a Hispanic girl, on the northwest side of town about they seeing the same guy, but the girl was living with her kid's father. So she living with her kid's father, but she messing with the guy that my daughter messing with. So, some woman stuff. Now, my daughter, the one just beat leukemia, at this time she had staples in her stomach. She had a major surgery. She's legally handicapped. She get SSI for being handicapped from her leukemia. So her body may look healthy, but internally she's not really healthy because she had leukemia. She almost died. This is a little girl that had no immune system for almost 2 months. So, in the hospital. So anyway, she calls me and say, this woman won't stop. She keep coming by my house. It's a problem. Mama, I'm not trying to fight nobody. I'm above that. I go to school. I'm in nursing. I'm in a field where I can't be getting in trouble. I'm not trying to do all that. She know I resolve problems. I'm the problem solver. I know how to go to women and resolve stuff, the conflict, and get them together and try to bring together a sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? So she come to get mama. So my old friendly butt, thinking that everybody like they used to be when I grew up and how my mom used to resolve things, grown-ups know how to talk to each other, right? So I'm thinking, okay, she lived with her kid's father. Let's go see, can we talk to him? And then he could talk to her and I can get y'all two together and we can resolve this conflict because y'all not going to be tripping over no nothing ass dude. So maybe he's lying to her and lying to you. If we get y'all together, we can come to a medium with this thing. That was my thinking. How wrong was I? I get over there. We ride past, I see her outside. And I tell my daughter, I don't know what kind of bag she coming out of, so I'm not going to stop unless I see him. I go back around the block. I see him outside. But they like looking. I ain't know if they was looking for us or not. So I knew his name. I said, excuse me, sir, your name's such and such. I ain't going to say nobody's name. He said, yes. I said, can I speak to you for a moment? He said, yes. He walked over to the car, and as he was walking, I parked across the street from them now and diagonal from their house. I wasn't even by their house. I made sure. He coming towards the car to talk to me. I said, I want to talk to you about my daughter and your kid's mom. He said, I already know a little bit about the situation. Before we had a chance to talk, she come running across the street like a raging bull. I mean, running. Me and my daughter in our seatbelts, right? We looking like, what's going on? I'm thinking my door is locked because I didn't know when I put my car in park, my door is unlocked. Well, anyway, she runs across the street. She yelling in the passenger side window where my daughter at, from the windshield. Oh, bitch, you said you wanted to fight me. Woo. So I'm looking at him. I said, you need to get this girl. So my daughter said, Mama, y'all better get her. She opens the passenger side door and dive in. This girl is about 5'2", 250 pounds. So she dives in on top of my daughter, who has staples in her stomach and got the gouging on her face. My daughter in her seatbelt now, so she can't move. This big woman is on her. I'm yelling at him to come get her off. So I'm pushing her. I'm trying not to hurt this girl. I'm pushing her. Get out of my car. Get off my daughter. My daughter's face is gouged out. Blood is dripping everywhere. I'm thinking she's slicing her. Blood all in her eyes. She's screaming, Mama, get her off me. Unbuckle my seatbelt. Mama, help me. So I'm trying to help her. But both their bodies on the seatbelt. So I'm yelling at him. He's looking at his phone, taking his time, coming around. Me and my daughter both in our seatbelts. The shit happened so fast, it just blew my mind, right? He finally gets around. My daughter is grabbing the woman's hair, hitting her in her face, doing everything she can to get her off. And I guess that pissed him off. So guess what he do? He grabs my daughter's hair, and he pulls her back on the seatbelt like this. Now they both on my daughter. Okay? I'm tripping because I know she got staples in her stomach and she just beat leukemia. So leukemia patients, they bleed easy if bruised or scratched. So I'm worried now. Like, it's just me and her. We got on our, sandals. We didn't go over there to fight. She got on sandals. I on sandals. We got on just regular clothes because in October that year it was warm. I'm screaming. So I could see he wasn't going to help me. So I put my hand underneath my daughter, all the way under it, unbuckled the seatbelt. When I unbuckled her, he snatched her out the car by her hair. Now she's outside on the ground. I do this. I reach for whatever I could in my back seat. Because as y'all can see, I got all kind of stuff in my car because I sell online. So I'm reaching for whatever I can. It's a big old woman and a man got my daughter. So I jump out the car. I run around the back. See, the truth never changed. This is why when I was on the stand yesterday, I went to trial, y'all. Ran around the car. All I see was her kick my daughter. She fly against the car. He then shoved her as hard as he could and she went flying. She hit her butt. Then she hit her head. Now she's dazed. Her eyes is like googling. So I'm like, oh my God. So I can talk about this now because it's pretty much over. I have a machete. I didn't even realize what I had in my hand. I had a machete. And it wasn't really no big machete. It was like a fishing knife. I had just collected it from a lady who had cleaned out her garage. She wanted some stuff sold online. It was antique, so vintage. So I was going to sell it. So I don't even know what I got in my hand. I'm thinking I probably got a stick. I wasn't even looking. So I lay over my daughter. With my left hand, I'm swinging. I'm covering her body with my right, a whole part of my right side. I'm swinging back. Get back. They finna stomp her out. She dazed. She got staples. And she's wide open. So as a mother, I got to protect her. We finna die together then. So I'm hit. Get back, right? The girl falls down. Old boy help her up. They go across the street. They walked across the street. Did nothing appear to be wrong to her. She get on there, that's why I beat your daughter ass up. But she caught her off guard. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you ain't did nothing. Y'all going to jail, blah, blah, Skippy. He on the phone with somebody. I'm on the phone trying to call the police. My daughter's face is drenching. She's kind of dazed still. I'm telling the police to meet me at a certain spot. They tell me they don't know where it's at. So I told them to meet me at another spot. And just when they was for the answer, my phone died. My daughter's face on fire, bleeding everywhere. My grandbaby figured out of school. She just wanted to go home and get her face cleaned up and get her baby, right? So we get home. I get her cleaned up. We get the baby situated. I said, we got to go back and meet these police officers because I want them to see what she did. Call 911. Tell them we headed back to the location. Okay, we'll meet you there. I get there. 2 officers pull up. One of them, I said, sir, you want me to get out the car? He said, yeah, I would like to talk to you. The other one was taking my daughter's pictures of her hair all over the dashboard, all over my floor inside of my car. She had a big, all this was gone. Dug out in her face. I mean, the girl had just dug her face out. So they taking pictures. I'm telling them what happened. You know what happened to me, y'all? I got arrested. He started reading me my Miranda rights. So my daughter hysterical. Why you arresting my mom? I said, what the hell is going on? My daughter the victim. They said, no, the victim in the hospital. What victim? The victim is in the hospital. I'm completely just in amazement. Like, what are y'all talking about? So when I get in the police car, never been in trouble in my life, and I'm 53 years old. But I was so calm because I'm like, the God I serve, I ain't tripping. I told my daughter, take the car, go home, I'll be okay. All the way to the jail. One officer was real aggressive. The other one was really nice. Had the handcuffs on me tight. Had me in this hot car. Didn't give me no air. So his partner ended up cutting the air on the back, giving me some air. He talking about I cut somebody. I'm thinking like, when the hell did I cut somebody? Because I'm just showing her back. Get back, right? Come to find out, when she was running up to stomp on my daughter, her right knee caught the blade. She got cut on her right knee. She had 18 stitches. I got arrested for felonious assault. They heard this exact story. I still got arrested. She opened the door to my passenger side, jumped in, attacked my daughter, and they pulled her out the car. I am the only one that got charged. They would not let us press charges or nothing. To this day, her and her boyfriend has not, she's Hispanic, he's black, has not been charged with assaulting my daughter or invading my privacy. I'm the only one that's 53, the oldest one out there that got charged. So for 1.5 years, I've been fighting a case, and I've never been in trouble in my life. They have stopped me from working. I haven't been able to stay and work in my field. I haven't been able to maintain. This case has been a nightmare. And I'm saying this to y'all to say this. Stay out them people's system. Stay away from them white folks. I'm telling you what they did to me. So they kept trying to give me a felony. I kept saying, hell no. I worked too hard for my record. My kids, my daughter don't even have a record, and she's 31. I keep my kids out of trouble. My baby boy didn't have some little things going on, but I have good kids. My parents never been in trouble. You think I'm fit at 53, a senior citizen, a grandmother, take a felony for something, for self-defense? So they wouldn't do it. I said, okay, we're going to trial. They thought I was playing. They wouldn't drop the charges. They wouldn't give me no deal. They treated me like I was a straight-up convict. So we ended up going to trial. It started Monday. This was the worst experience of my entire life, y'all. I had a taste of how it feels not to be able to have freedom, to get your freedom taken, not to have a voice, to have them people in charge of your life. I felt helpless. I cried the whole 3 days. I was humiliated. I just felt like all the years I worked, my dad fought for this country in World War II. Nothing matters when you brown. The prosecutor is no older than my daughter. He about 34. He treated me like trash. He got up there and trashed my name. He tried to say I don't have no Unbreakable Strong Woman Foundation, that I'm lying, that I'm a thug. I helped my daughter fight. He took me down through there. Then let me tell y'all the worst part. One of the worst parts. When I had to pick my jurors, all white people. One Hispanic guy said this, asked the judge just, and I'm so glad he did. He said, Your Honor, I'm trying to figure out how this morning we started downstairs with 140 people. And then so many of us got to come upstairs for her to pick from. He said, but out of the 440 downstairs, only 3 of them was black. He said, so how is this jury going to be of her peers? That's not fair to her. You know what the judge said? Black people, and I'm telling you exactly what he said. Black people don't have driver's license and don't vote, so we can't keep track of a lot of them. That's why they don't get picked for jury duty. I'm looking at my attorney like, is he crazy? Me and my attorney was the only black people in the whole, I think, in the whole damn building. I said, is he I am 53. They never called me for jury duty. They never called my sister. They never called my daughter. They never called my parents. All these registered voters with license. Y'all gonna tell me that I know never been called. That this is why we don't have black people as jurors? That is a damn lie. And then they said, well, when we say of your peers, that don't mean of your race. That means from your community. See, I live in Kentwood, okay? I live in the suburbs of Grand Rapids. So a lot of white people live over here. But a whole lot of black people live over here, too. So you gonna tell me all y'all can find was a bunch of white people from Cutlerville, Granville. This people's on my jury pick. Kentwood, Cutlerville, Granville, Muskegon. I think 2 was from Grand Rapids. Once we got that all situated, we end up with I think 5 men and 7 women. Yeah. And do y'all know, out of the 7 women, all but 1 Hispanic girl, they was Karens. They had a mean mug. They was looking at me like they hated my damn guts. So I knew what it was. And my attorney looked at me and he said, you know what it is, don't you? They hate beautiful black women. So this is what I'm dealing with now. Now my life is on the line. I'm fighting not to get a felony. I had to pay almost $5,000 for an attorney. Cash. And that ain't even a lot, but for my case, that's a lot. So, and I still owe him some money. So I'm sitting there, I had to pay him. I'm fighting for my life. I haven't been able to work in a year and a half. I'm behind on everything. And here come this little girl that say she's the victim and get on the stand. Tell the jurors, yeah, I ran across the street. That bitch said she wanted to fight me. I opened her door. She said in detail what she did. Then she's tried to lie for her man and say that she the one snatched my daughter out the car, but he is the one actually snatched her out the car. But this is the part that I'm fighting. I had to prove, well, my attorney had to prove to them that my daughter's life was still in danger at the time the girl got cut, or it's not self-defense. If the fight was over and I cut her, I'm done. So this is the part we fighting. So she said they did all the stuff they did. But when I cut her, she was at the other side of the parking lot or the sidewalk, and I ran up to her and started slicing her. The 2 white guys he had for a witness, y'all, that was working in the neighborhood, they lied on me so bad. They said we was fighting in the middle of the street and I was swinging the sword like I was Rambo. I'm trying to cut up everybody. My daughter jumped out the car and stumped the girl. They lied so bad. And the jurors knew they was lying because it didn't match up to what she said. So they knew you just making up stuff. And he kept saying the black girls was beating up the white girl. She's Spanish. But that's what they kept saying. So they looking like he's racist. Him and his brother racist. But guess what they did? They kept coming out. Like every other hour kept coming out and saying that they want to hear this or they want to see some more pictures. They want to see, because they couldn't decide. They kept wanting to hear the white boy 911 call. Now, they knew he lied on me, but they wanted to keep hearing his 911 call to hear what he had to say. They didn't want to hear my 911 call. So, anyway, to make a long story short, They hear the 911 call. They get the pictures of my daughters with her staples in her stomach and show what kind of condition she was in. They got her hair on the ground. It was so much hair. Could fill up a whole bowl. Her earring on the ground, her shoe. They got all them pictures. And then they had the girl leg. So this is what they going by. I was down there Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I had to pay $30 a day to park. They only pay for parking. Every single day I was down there from 8 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. Biting my nails. Couldn't sleep. I haven't eaten anything since Sunday. Head spinning. Couldn't sleep. But I kept praying. And I kept fasting. And I kept saying, God, I know you ain't going to fail. You know I didn't do this. You know, I'm bad. I'm crying, pleading. And I said, if I did cut the girl, I did not mean to. Because I don't hurt people. I help people. My only thing is I'm going over there to talk and try to resolve an issue. Why would I go over there to hurt somebody? I don't hurt people. So I'm like, why is this happening to me? This girl has had my life in an uproar for almost 2 years of something that she did. She know I didn't mean to cut her if she got cut. So anyway, I'm sitting there. It's 4 o'clock yesterday. They were in. The verdict was in. The judge caught us in the courtroom. I'm crying my eyes out. Oh my God, what's going to happen to my life? It was a hung jury. 5 of them was for me. 7 was against me. And it was them Karens I was talking about that was against me. So instantly the judge said, y'all need to resolve this. Prosecutor called to my attorney. We gonna give her a misdemeanor. And I'm like, no. I'm not taking that either. That's still an assault misdemeanor. I'm not violent. That I can't have that on my record. My field I'm in, I can't do that. What do you mean? Like I said, I guess we're going back to trial. I'm not taking that. So he put his head down. Because the judge like, you got to do something. So either he's going to drop this or we finna have a problem. I didn't come this far in my life to let a kid destroy my life and my good record for some action that she took that she shouldn't have never done. If she would have just let me talk to a boy, or he would have told me to kiss his ass, go to hell, I would have pulled off. But for them to jump on my child, pull her out the car, mutilate her, and she get hurt, now she the victim? The detectives in Grand Rapids to this day won't let us press charges. And she jumped in my property, her whole body, y'all, I kid you not, was in my car. Then I would have pulled off. I'm telling you like this. If they wouldn't have pulled my daughter out the car, I would have pulled off with her bloody and went straight to the police. But they pulled her out the car. So that made me have to get out the car. Now, y'all tell me, am I wrong? Then his mom, she upset with me. We was cool. Because I called her and I told her what he did. She want to say I'm lying. My son ain't like that. I would think my son ain't like that either. But when your girl in a situation, you go defend your girl. I ain't gonna never say what my kids won't do. So she believe I'm lying on her son. I'm not trying to get her son in trouble. I was just telling her as a mother exactly what happened. My story been the same since day one. This story I just told you I had to get on the stand and say this story again and again and again. The truth never change. That's what y'all don't understand. The truth will never change. My story, my daughter's story has never changed. The only problem I went wrong was I went to their house. And I was across the street. I wasn't at her house. And I only went there thinking people still talk. Now, if my 30-year-old daughter, she's 31 now, wanted to fight, do you think she'll call her 53-year-old mama that need hip surgery to go fight with her? The one she know that stay in her behind. She gonna call her girls. She got teenage sisters. She got cousins. What she gonna call her mama for? And we didn't take nobody with us. If we going to fight, I got nieces and everything. I don't do shit like that. But them white folks that up there, they wasn't hearing that. I'm brown. I'm violent. I'm dangerous. I almost cut a leg off. They didn't care about my past. They didn't care about my history. They didn't care about my foundation. They didn't care that if I get a felony, it would destroy my life. That's their whole motive to do that. This is what I'm telling y'all. Stay out them people's system. Because when they get a hold of you, everything you ever worked for don't matter. They didn't care I went to school for criminal justice, marketing, and business. They didn't care about none of that. I'm a black, violent person. She's the victim. Now, let me have been a white girl with that same woman and that same action she did. Let me have been a white girl and see when they had stitched her leg up and took her straight to the county jail because she's Spanish. But I'm black. She's Spanish. So I'm the violent one. She has not yet been punished for her actions and won't be, but in her eyes, she won't be. I'm trying to be okay with the whole situation and let everything go and move past everything. But it's hard when the system got you. You know, they got you and they don't want to let you go. And they want all this money. If I would have pleaded before trial, I would have had to pay $10,000 to her. I would have had to pay $10,000 to her for her jumping in my vehicle. This is the United States, the land of the free. So when I ask y'all to send me good energy, this is what I've been going through. And every job that I'm overqualified for, pretty much, every job I apply for, the state of Michigan, the United States, what did they say? You innocent before proven guilty? Is that how it go? That's a lie. Do you know that charge say pending on my record? Pending felony. So everywhere I go to get a job, it show that I'm pending. And that should be illegal too, because how you holding something that's pending against me to keep me from eating? But that's Michigan. They got it bad, y'all. Because I know people leave Michigan and go places and get great jobs as a felon. I'm not a felon or a misdemeanor. I don't have a felony or a misdemeanor, but it show that I have a pending case. So I get judged by that. When I know I'm qualified, I can explain the situation to somebody. You know what they do? Oh, well, until you figure that out, we can't hire you because it say pending. So I'm guilty. So that's what you're saying. I'm already guilty. Because you're telling me I can't work here because I'm guilty. No. What are you saying? And that's what I'm saying. They lying. If you're innocent till proven guilty, why is it say pending? It shouldn't be nothing there. Because you're fighting against me and I'm fighting against you. So it shouldn't be nothing on nobody's record. But it is. And I gave y'all the story because I shouldn't, people like, don't tell your business. No, I want y'all to know. Trouble is easy to get in and it's hard to get out of. Don't go try to talk to nobody. Don't go try to resolve no issues. Don't go try to calling people because they got these camera phones. People will edit the video. They will make you look like you did something you didn't. The prosecutors, they not out to find the truth. The prosecutors is there to twist the story around and lock people up. They don't give a damn about the truth and protecting the community. They there to lock folks up any means necessary if they got to lie on you. You hear me? They don't care. And then you will be judged within 48 hours by 12 Caucasian people that you never met in your life. And half of them are racist. They don't like us. And they the ones can dictate your destiny. Thank God. Thank God. It was 5 people up there that said. 3 of them said, I really don't know. I really can't tell exactly what happened. So I'm just neutral. I ain't saying neither one. Because she shouldn't have got in her car. And I don't know when it's time point that she got cut. So I can't say nothing. The other 2 men was like, she ain't do it. She's not guilty. She's not. I got kids. Somebody jump in my car. I know how. All right. 2 of them was like, no. The other 7, she's guilty. Fuck her. She guilty. She black. She did it. She's violent. That's a one lady was looking at me so hard, rolling her eyes, y'all, mug on her face, like I was disgusting in her. Looking like some trailer trash. Pissed. Because they couldn't come to agreement as guilty. She was pissed. Not to mention, while I'm waiting all day for the verdict to come in, I go down the hall. It's 2 murder trials going on. Black folks, black men. I go in there to see what their jury look like. All white folks for to judge these 2 black men. I'm going to find out probably today on the news what they got. All white folks. They already think we violent. We don't have no leeway. I felt like we were some slaves being judged by master. For real, that's how it felt. Like, you messed up, slave. Now we finna destroy your ass. We finna kill your... I felt a little bit what my ancestors used to feel like. I felt so helpless. Then they tell me at 10 o'clock when they was finna go out to make a decision, you can't leave the courthouse because you don't know when they'll come back in with a verdict. So I was held hostage at the courthouse all day. Couldn't eat. I didn't eat nothing. They told me pretty much I can't even go to lunch. You can't go nowhere. And if I did, and they came back with a verdict, and I wasn't standing there, I would have had a warrant. This is the same system that I went to school to work for. I decided not to. Now y'all see why I didn't want to work in criminal justice? My cousin worked the whole LAPD detective unit. She top shit up there. But I don't know how she do it. Because when it comes to this, just like when the 5 police officers beat that black man, thank God they was charged. That was some messed up stuff they did. They did him worse than they did Rodney King. But have y'all paid attention? How fast was they charged with murder? Instantly. Instantly. We watched a young man here in Grand Rapids, what's his name? Aola, I forgot his name. He African. Gets shot in the back of his head by a police and he was unarmed. You know how long it took them to charge that man? We see police killings all over this nation non-stop. They do not charge them. But them 5 black men, charge them right now. We don't need no investigation. Put the video up. Do y'all know if there was some white police officers, we wouldn't still see that video probably till next year? Put that video up. Let them see what them niggas did. Charge them with 2nd-degree murder. They did it. We gonna set an example out there. That's how dumb they were. Because they thought in their mind with that blue on, they was equal to their counterparts. They thought it was equal to their co-workers. That let you know, no matter what you do in this world, no matter what kind of status you have, you still a Negro. So to all of y'all thinking, I work with white people. White people ain't like that. You a Negro. I don't want to say it the other way. When it come down to you or them, you a Negro. And I'm thinking in my head while I'm sitting there, listen to this prosecutor trying to destroy me like, so y'all telling me, y'all trying to do all this to me for somebody jumping in my car, snatching my daughter out, which is kidnapped, and beating her down, and she got stitches in her stomach. I retaliate by covering her up and trying to keep her safe, that I'm the criminal. So, what was Trayvon Martin? He was walking down the street minding his business, eating Skittles. A Spanish guy jumped him and killed him and got off scot-free. But you want me to be a felon for the rest of my life, and I've never been in trouble for somebody doing exactly what whatever his name, I don't like saying his name, did to Trayvon Martin. But I'm the bad one, but he wasn't. He was self-defending himself against Trayvon Martin that wasn't even bothering him. Because Trayvon Martin was a little black boy walking down the street with a hood on. So he defended himself when Trayvon turned around and beat the shit out of him. But if he would have never approached Trayvon, he wouldn't have got the shit beat out of him. And he's walking around here like it's nothing. But I have to pay. This is why I make videos. For awareness. I want y'all to know. We're never going to be equal to them. Stay in your own lane. Stay prayed up. If you don't believe in God, you better believe in something higher than yourself. Because the world we live in is so wicked and evil and vindictive. When they told me a certain race the certain race don't have no soul, I believe that shit now. I really do. Because if you can sit there in my face and try to destroy me and have no remorse at all, that I just want to destroy, kill, steal, and destroy, that's your motive, and you can go home and sleep at night? My attorney kept stressing, the young lady did not get charged at all for doing this to her daughter. They kept putting my daughter pictures up. Her daughter is legally disabled. That's no different, y'all. My daughter's condition is no different than somebody going snatching somebody out of a wheelchair and beating the hell out of them. They disabled, my daughter disabled. So she can walk. Now, what if I go snatch a person out their wheelchair or out of a car and they normally be in a wheelchair and beat the heck out of them? I'm going to jail for jumping on a disabled person. They didn't look at my daughter that way. They didn't charge her for jumping on a disabled person. She got charged for nothing. But here I am, a year and a half, my life been upside down. The system is not for brown people. And I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel. I hope some of them big YouTubers get a hold of it. I hope it gets somewhere, because this is ridiculous. I'm writing even Gretchen tonight. I'm writing the governor tonight, because I want her to know what I had to endure as a taxpaying, law-abiding citizen. What your people had put me through for a year and a half because of somebody jumping on my daughter, opening my car door, hurting my family member, and I have to go through trial. Tell me, is this the land of the free? Tell me, is it equal justice? It's not. I'm viewed as a criminal and haven't even been convicted. Can't even get a job because of somebody else's actions. What was I supposed to do? I just want to ask, if I could ask the prosecutor, I wanted to ask him, what the hell was I supposed to do? Let them kill my daughter? Is that what you're saying? I can't fight this big ass man. And the girl, 250 pounds, I would have went on toe to toe with her. I don't care. But this man right here, what I was supposed to do? Grab something to keep them back. Or I'm helpless. And my intentions wasn't to hurt nobody, it's to keep you back until I get my daughter in the car. That's all I want to do, is get my daughter in the car and leave. But I can't get her in the car if you're charging at us and she's dazed and bleeding everywhere. So I got to shoo you back and take my right hand and get her up. And that's what I did. So I just want to take y'all again. Thank y'all so much for the energy, because I swear, y'all, I thought I was going to have a massive heart attack. I felt my anxiety level was over the top. I was shaking so hard in that chair. I never been in that seat. Now I know how my nephew and my brothers and other people feel when they before that judge and somebody judging your life. Somebody can take your life away from you, even if it's a lie. My nephew got 30 to 60 years off a lie, y'all. He was at work, but he didn't have money to fight his defense like that. He is in there fighting for his freedom right now because 12 people and a judge, Judge Libra, said he did something he didn't do, and he didn't have a voice. Could y'all imagine how that feel? I know how I feel now. That is the worst feeling in the world. That you can't fight for yourself. Your freedom is about to get taken away. And you know you innocent. Stay out them people's system. I'm telling y'all firsthand. All you women running around here talking about y'all about that life and meetups and you want to go up there and argue and shout with your kids, your teachers and fight with your neighbors. You better leave people alone. Your favorite number better be 911. Ain't no such thing as honor to the streets no more. I ain't going to the system for nobody. And if somebody run up on me and I got to defend myself, I'm going to have the police on the phone the whole time. Forget a camera. No, 911 call going to be on that phone. Because you can't win. They'll tell you the video don't mean nothing. Get that 911 call. Leave people alone. Y'all going to get these pistols. I see girls jumping out their car, showing their gun. Do you know that one slip of that bullet, girl, can end your life? Do you know if you can pull out that gun and threaten somebody, that could be the end of you? They waiting. Why y'all thinking they making it so easy to get guns now? The gun law is changing in the United States. Not, it's like they'd be more stricter because all these murders going on. Now they're making it easier because they know a lot of black people trigger happy. They like to fight each other. So they like they did crack cocaine. Put them in the black neighborhood. Give them the crack. They gonna kill each other. They didn't know their kids was gonna buy the crack more than our kids. They didn't know black people had the common sense to become millionaires off their crack. And then they started throwing our black men in prison for 20, 30 years because they became millionaires off they crack that they put in our neighborhoods. That's what they're doing with guns right now. Give them the guns. Did y'all know in Chicago and I think New York, some of the gangbangers did a documentary. They would show crates of guns on the corners in the hood that nobody know where they came from. They'll wake up in the morning, they got a crate of guns just in the neighborhoods. And you know what the gangbanger said? He said, the government think we crazy. They dropping these guns off. They police officers dropping these guns off. Pretty much said, kill each other, niggas. Where else are all these free guns coming from? A black person ain't dropping them off. Because they gonna sell them. They're giving us free guns. The new gun law is as long as you got license and no felony, you can get a gun. You ain't got to go through none of that red tape no more. And you can get it within 30 minutes. Stay out of them people's system. This is your girl Nina from Breakable Strong Woman. They tried to get y'all girl, man. They tried to get me, man. And people was like, don't go to trial. No, I'm going to trial with my God. When I know I'm innocent, God know I'm innocent. He know why I went there. So I'm covered. Hung jury. It was hung. So now it's either drop it or we going back. It's all or nothing for me. I work too hard for my record. Work too hard. I'd be damned if I let them people just take me down through there and make me out to be a felon and I ain't did nothing. It ain't happening on my clock. This your girl. Y'all stay prayed up, stay safe, stay out the way. If y'all see some problems, walk away. Be a bigger enough person to walk away. Stay away from violence. You ain't got to prove nothing to nobody because at the end of the day, you're going to be judged by 12 and a judge and a prosecutor. And the person that you jumped on to prove a point ain't going to be nowhere around or they going to play the victim and you looking crazy. Your whole life messed up. Stay out of them people's system. This your girl Nina. I'm gone.